Hi friends, for today's video I will be showing you how to crochet this beautiful top you see right here. It is so easy to make, it is perfect for this spring season, and yeah, you can pair this with jeans, shorts, anything you want really. The only thing I would like to try next time is maybe do it in another type of yarn, like maybe acrylic, because this is cotton and we all know it doesn't stretch that much. So yeah, it's a little bit awkward to put on, but yeah, make sure to leave a comment if you do make it in another type of yarn and how that turned out. But yeah, if you like what you see and you think you enjoy this pattern, make sure to keep watching and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. So friends, to start this beautiful tank top, I will be using Dishi from Crochet.com. It is worsted weight and 100% cotton, and I will be using my 5.0mm hook. So for this top, I will be using 4 colors, but you can use how many you want. I will be starting with this one. Don't worry, I have more. I just want to use this last bit I have. And so to start this top, I'm gonna do a row of chains first. Now I'm gonna do a slip knot, insert my hook and pull on tight. Now for this video, we'll be making the size medium, but I will be putting the other number of chains for other sizes on the description. For this one, I'm gonna make 133 chains plus 1. So yarn over and start making your chains. So I have my 133 plus 1 chains, and now I'm gonna start making single crochets on the second chain from the hook. So just insert your hook, grab your yarn and go through, yarn over and go through the 2 loops on the hook. So pretty easy, and just keep doing single crochets per every chain you see until you get to the other side. Once you get to the other side, you're gonna chain 1 and turn around. And to start this row, do a single crochet on that first stitch you see. And now on the third single crochet, you're gonna start making a group of 5 double crochets. So yarn over, 1, 2, and 3, insert your hook, grab your yarn and go through, yarn over, go through 2 loops, and again go through 2 loops. Now do 4 more on that same space. Once you have your first shell, you're gonna do the same thing, skip 2, 1, 2, and 3, and on the third, you're gonna do a single crochet. So you're sort of anchoring down that shell, as you can see. So again, you're gonna yarn over and repeat the same thing. On the third stitch, you're gonna do a shell of 5 double crochets. So just start making your doubles and so on. Again, on the third stitch, you're gonna anchor it down by doing a single crochet. And that's it for that row, so keep repeating that over and over until you get to the other side. So I'm almost at the end here, and I'm gonna end just like I started with a single crochet. But this one I'm not gonna finish. I'm gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna cut my yarn because I'm changing colors. Also, if you don't want to change colors ever, you can just do this top in one color, but I am changing colors. And I always like to do just a simple knot just to secure it. And now I'm gonna chain 3. That's gonna count as a double crochet, and turn around. And now I'm gonna do 2 more double crochets on that same space. And a very helpful tip, you can hide your tails at the same time by putting your hook underneath the tails and holding them in the back. So once you grab your yarn and go through, do your double crochet, and they are hidden at the same time. Okay, so now I'm going to do a single crochet on the middle double from the previous row. And that's it. So for the next in between single crochets of the previous shells, you're going to do another shell. So yarn over and do 5 double crochets on that middle right there. Okay, another single crochet on the middle of the shell. So that's about it for that round. Do 1 shell on the single from the previous round on that middle right there, and 1 single crochet on the middle of the shell from the previous row, and obviously do that until you get to the other side. So I'm done with this round. I ended just like I started with 3 double crochets right there. And so for the next round, it's gonna be pretty simple. Just chain 1, turn around, and it's gonna be a row full of single crochets. So 1 single per every stitch you see. And don't forget that middle single from the previous row right there. So just keep doing that until you get to the other side. I have reached the other side, and I'm gonna do the last single on top of that chain, important, but I'm not gonna finish it because I'm changing colors once again. Now I'm gonna chain 3, that's gonna count as a double, and turn around. Now do a double of the next single you see. And now you're gonna crochet together a puff stitch with a double. So you're gonna yarn over, insert your hook on that same space you just used. Insert your hook, grab your yarn and go through, pull it up a little bit, and do that 2 more times. Okay, now you're gonna do a double, but first skip 1 stitch, yarn over, skip it, insert your hook, grab your yarn and go through, yarn over, go through 2 loops. And now you're going to yarn over and go through all 8 loops on the hook. So yarn over and go through all the loops. Chain 1. And you're going to repeat the same thing again. A puff on this same stitch you just used, skip 1 and a double. I'm going to do it once again. Skip 1. Yarn over, go through 2 loops. And yarn over and go through 8 loops. Chain 1. So you're going to keep repeating this stitch until you get to the other side. So I got to the other side, I finished with 1 chain there and a double crochet. So now I'm gonna chain 1 to turn around. And again, this row is pretty simple. It's just gonna be a row of single crochet. So start right there on that double, and don't forget the chain 1 spaces to do a single crochet. Very important. Otherwise, it's gonna start shrinking if you skip them. So yeah, I'm just gonna do my single crochets until I get to the other side. I have reached the other side. I just have 1 more single left on that last chain from the previous row, but I'm not gonna finish it because I'm changing colors. I'm gonna bring in my new color just like the other times. And I'm gonna chain 4, that's gonna count as a double and 1 chain. Turn around. And now I'm gonna skip this next stitch. This is gonna count as a double like I said, and I'm gonna yarn over and do a double crochet. with my hook underneath to hide the tails at the same time. Chain 1 and skip 1 and another double. So this row is gonna be a lot of double crochets with one chain in between, so pretty simple. Again, chain 1, skip 1 and another double. Okay, so that's pretty much it for that round. I'm gonna keep doing this until I get to the other side. So I reached the other side and now I'm just gonna chain 1 and turn around, and again just do a simple row of single crochets. So 1 in that first stitch I see and 1 on every chain 1 space. So I'm gonna keep doing this until I get to the other side. I'm almost done with this row, but I wanted to quickly remind you that the chain 4 is a chain and a double. So I'm gonna do a single right in the middle and another one on the third chain. But I'm not gonna finish because I'm changing colors once again. And this is gonna be the end of my pattern repeat. So right now I am changing to my first color and I'm gonna start making that first row of single crochets I did. Now I'm just going to chain 1 and begin the pattern again. So I'm gonna start with that first row of single crochets like I said, so everything looks the same. Of course, I will put the chapters on the description if you want to go back and forth and remember what to do. But yeah, the good thing about this top is that you can just make row after row until you achieve the length that you want. You can make this a crop top or a normal length top. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep going until I like the length of it. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going row after row, repeating my pattern, and then I'll meet you once I have the length that I want. Okay, so I have finished all the rows that I wanted, and so once I got the length that I wanted, I just stopped on a row with single crochets and I just did another row of single crochets. That way the border looks a little bit thicker. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I think I like the look of it when it's a little bit thicker. So now I'm just gonna chain 1 and I'm gonna cut my yarn, but first I'm gonna cut it 3 times this size just so I have a little bit of tail, or a lot I should say, to put together the other side and make it look sort of like a tube top for now. So yeah, just gonna measure this 3 times and cut off the yarn, and then I can pull this up. And now I'm gonna take a needle and just put the 2 sides together. So here I have the 2 sides together, and the first thing I did is put the wrong side on the inside. Like for example, here you see the little tail sticking out, so I decided that's gonna be my wrong side. And so yeah, I have the right side looking at me, and now I'm gonna start putting it together. I don't have any fancy way of putting it together. I'm just going to go in and out and as closely as possible. I don't want any gaps in between. So I'm just going to the front and back up. And I'm doing the same thing on the other side, front to back. I'm gonna use the same space I did on the left side and just go back up right there. And the same thing on the other side, going on the same place I exited and go back up. And so yeah, that's about it basically. I'm just going to be doing this until I get to the other side, obviously. And then it should look like sort of like a tube top, like I said, but then we'll add the straps. So I'll see you on the other side. Oh, and remember to pull this a little bit and then the string will sort of disappear, and then you won't see it as much. So yeah, I'll see you on the other side. I got to the other side. This is how it's looking. So yeah, looking pretty good. So now I'm just gonna do sort of like a knot, nothing fancy. Pull it really tight, extra secure it. And that's it. I will obviously cut a little bit of this tail and then hide it, and this one as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it on putting the two sides together. Okay, so I'm at the top part right now. Where I ended is the bottom. So this is the part where I did the 2 rows of single crochets, and this is the part where I'm going to put the straps. And so as you can see, I use some stitch markers to determine the middle of things. And to do that, you're going to take the part where you started putting it together. This is going to be the side of your top, and this would be the front and the back. So you're going to put it flat and put a stitch marker on the other side so it is in the middle. And then you're going to take that stitch marker, put it on that part where you put it together, and that would be this much, and that would be that stitch marker right there, and that's the middle of the front part. And so I need the middle now to know where I'm going to start putting the strap. So I did the same thing, take this middle and put it together with the part where you put together, and that is this stitch marker right there. So middle of the middle of the middle, and you'll get there. And so yeah, this is going to be where I'm going to put the stitch marker. I'm not going to put it right there. Maybe I'll start here on the right side, because I may do like 3 stitches. I'm gonna choose another color because why not? So I'm gonna do that. Put it right next to the stitch marker and attach my yarn. And just slip stitch. And this right here is totally customizable. I always say to try it on as you go. I'm gonna start making maybe 45 chains or so, and then I'm gonna try it on and obviously attach it to the other side after I do the same thing I just mentioned with the stitch markers, and try it on to see if 45 chains is enough for me, and then I'll continue doing the full strap. So I'm just gonna start making some chains and I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, so I'm at the back here attached. I did the same thing on the back with the stitch markers, like I said, and that's why I have one here. And yeah, I ended up making 50 chains. I of course tried it on and I like the way it looks, so I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna do 2 slip stitches next to each other, chain 1, and now I'm gonna start making double crochets on the chains. So I'm gonna yarn over, and I'm just gonna insert my hook on the first chain I see and just start making double crochets. Easy as that, 1 per chain, and you should be good to go. So pretty easy. If you want a less thick strap, you can just do a half double or a single if you want a thin one, but for this top I want a thick strap, so I'm going to do double crochets all the way until I get to the other side. Alright, so I got to the other side. It's looking pretty good. So now I'm gonna attach myself on the other side, and just so it looks the same, I'm gonna skip the middle stitch right there, and I'm gonna slip stitch on the 3rd one here and chain 1, and now I can cut off my yarn and pull it up. Obviously I will hide these tails, but that's basically it for the strap. So obviously I will do the other one off camera and I'll meet you then. So I have completed both of my straps and it's looking pretty good. Another thing I did off camera is that I blocked it. I just put my top on some foam boards and apply some hot steam. I know that cotton doesn't stretch much, but I wanted to try anyways, and now it fits perfectly on me. So once you finish the straps and hide all of your tails, then you are pretty much done with this beautiful top. Friends, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one and I hope you enjoyed your new beautiful top. If you have any questions, you can always leave a comment below, or you can just let me know how it turned out and which color to choose. So if you think you'll keep enjoying my content, don't forget to turn on those notifications and I'll see you on the next one.